Now we built 17 boats. My experience with cats was not successful. And we are in the cat business now. Interiors, that's all these boat shows is about. When the boat is packed like sardines, when you start the engine, your comfort may be destroyed. The perfect interiors, vibration, noise will squeeze you out. When I see the marinas in very good weather day, when 95% of boats sitting in the marina, is something wrong with this picture. Why they're not out? With Bering, your season is year-round in Mediterranean with no compromises.
Welcome everyone to a fantastic opportunity to talk with Alexei Mikhailov, the man behind Bering Yachts. We have a couple of subjects to cover today: where you're coming from, why yachting, why Explorer Yachts. Alexei, thanks for joining. How are you today?
I'm fine. I spent the night on the boat. I'm refreshed. It's middle of the week, but I'm ready to go.
How many boats does Bering have today under construction? What is the situation there? And recently there was a new line, in fact, added, which is the Catamaran Line. Probably give us an up-to-date picture of where is Bering today in 2024.
We have 14 boats floating. And at the beginning of Bering, we built one at a time. I built. It was one-man show. And then when it's picked up, we start to build more, 2, 3, 4. Now we build 17 boats. The 17 boats, as we speak, the 17 boats under construction.
Wow.
And we learned that we introduced Catamaran end of last year. And it's Catamaran 60-foot cat. And it's became a bestseller. Since that, we're getting more inquiries for the cat than for any other monohull model. I guess it's a demand. And again, it's hard to find aluminum catamaran capable of crossing ocean. So the catamaran market is predominantly fiberglass. Again, I don't know how many, but over 95% of the cats are fiberglass, especially production cats. Aluminum cats exist in a bigger size, over 30 meters, and smaller sizes, but it's mostly one-off custom projects or, some small series. I don't know any of brands who do production cats in aluminum. And again, it's not just the material. Yes, we choose the material, we choose metal over fiberglass, of course. It's stronger, it's safer, and light, still light. But this is exploration cat. We're not after the speed. We like the range, we like the comfort, we like to be quiet, vibration free. My experience with cats was not successful. I've chartered a couple of times production cats, and the level of comfort is not good. You feel like everything is working under your bed, like generator, engine, like everything. It's you're basically sleeping on the engine. I don't know. I didn't have success. I feel like the noise is a big distraction aspect, and also ergonomics. Cats are narrow hulls. Our hulls are wide, so you can walk around the bed and instead of crawl on the bed without sidewalks and many other things. So the displacement cat, same as a displacement boat, have more volume. And more volume in sponsons because we have to pack the fuel, so we are heavier. Our 60 cat is 65 tons, which is again about twice heavier than some competition in this size. Although we are not wide, we are narrow, relatively narrow, if you compare to traditional cats, because you cannot be a houseboat and be an exploration cat. You have to keep certain characteristics of the hull to feel comfortable on high sea. And also we developed Bering Cat 80, which is a giant boat, and we sold it before even we posted it on the website. And we developing 70-foot cat. I think this direction is very promising We have lots of interest, and we are in the cat business now.
And cats will be built in Bulgaria, as far as I understood. So we have a shipyard there. What is the plan?
Yes,
Why?
we want to consolidate aluminum construction in Bulgaria. It will be Bering Marine. We have several models of boats of Bering Marine, which we relocate production there, and we also will consolidate aluminum production cats in Bulgaria. It doesn't mean we cannot build it here, but we are running out of space here. That's the major problem, and I think Bulgaria is a good. We have a shipyard there, and it's not subcontractors. We're not subcontracting there, and we bought a very good laser equipment for welding the aluminum without distortion, because aluminum is very hard to weld well. So we have experienced people there. So the cats will be built in Bulgaria.
Wow. So from one boat at a time to 17 boats at a time, from one shipyard back then in China to Turkey, now expanding to Bulgaria. How many people are employed with Bering then today?
You know, directly and indirectly means our subcontractors who goes from boat to boat. I think it's close to 900 people at this point.
I remember there was a time, I think 2 years ago at the Cannes boat show. We had so many people coming on board. We had a boat exhibited inside the show, and it was very busy for us. And after the show, I remember very well, we had this meeting with you, and you were quite angry, in fact, on the show, on the outcome, etc. And you told never again inside the show, and I think something has changed. What was the experience there, and why Bering is not actively participating inside the shows?
I think we will stick with this decision. What struck me is we had more than 300 people come through our booth and boat, and and it's exciting. We all feel during the boat show we sold 10 boats, 15 boats. We don't know how many boats we've sold. So it's a usual hype of the boat show. And at some moment, it just kind of compiled all together. I realized that people, and I've heard some negative comments from people who are visiting. All these negative comments are about interiors. Interiors. That's all these boat shows is about. When the boat is packed like sardines, you cannot see the boat from the side. You can see the shape. You can see how beautiful it is. You enter the boat, and all people are looking at is interiors. That's where a boat starts and ends. That's it. The boat is not about interiors. You can have whatever interiors you want. Boat is a rig which designed to do something. And this boat show's format is not showing capability of the boat, and most important, comfort of the boat. Interiors is not the end of comfort, no. When you start the engine, your comfort may be destroyed. The perfect interiors, vibration, noise, it will squeeze you out. With the nicest interiors you can get. The boat is about how it goes through the waves, how it stays at anchor, and that's how we participate in the boat shows. We are at anchor. And, we don't have a goal to sell as much boats as possible. We want to sell it to people who understand what the boat is, and what is the safe boat, and what is a comfortable boat. And you cannot understand this all at the boat show. When boat is stationary, zero waves, no machinery working, everything perfect. And so I would say 70% of people who visited the boat judging interiors and sometimes exteriors and paint quality and stainless steel quality and straight seams and this and that. So it looks like the boat is a Fabergé egg, The boat is not that. I think we had a very successful show at Cannes last year. We had maybe a total of 20 visitors. We didn't have a booth. We were not existent in the show. We had one boat at anchor, Hughes, and we had 4 to 5 visitors a day. Bring by tender, undivided attention, people feel special, and show was more than resultative. And fortunately, we had a good weather most of the time, but a couple of days was stormy. It was 5, 6, sometimes 7 foot, and it was very impressive how the Bering standing still when boats around dancing on the waves, and customers could see it and realize how stable this platform, and we could start the engines, they can hear the noise, and we did a couple of sea trials. I think this is the best way to present the boat at the water, performing, so people can understand how the boat is, not just look at the interiors. And from now, we had the same format in Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, and we are planning to continue with this way. I don't plan to come back to the boat show with the boat. Booth, yes, we'll have a booth. We'll have a booth in Fort Lauderdale and Cannes Boat Show, so people can come, set the visit, and if we understand that it's qualified customer, we will bring to the boat, we'll do the sea trial, we'll start the engines, we'll run the generators and everything. So that's give people understanding what the boat is, not just what the interiors are.
What's next for Bering?
What next for Bering? You know, we have a lot of developments. We developed the phone application for mariners with communication package where you can meet your fellow boaters and ask questions or get together and share the stories or go somewhere. And also it's full information about all shore facility related to the marine services, marine shops, restaurants, and all the entertainment and shoreline. So it will be a comprehensive application and many ideas, and they mostly related to how you use the boat, because this is the biggest, in my opinion, problem. We don't like saying that people happiest days of the boaters when they buy the boat and when they sell the boat, and we want to change it. We want to change it. So that's, I think, the most important task we have ahead of us, to change this perception. And you know, to me, when I see the marinas in very good weather day, when 95% of boats sitting in the marina, is something wrong with this picture. Why they're not out? Because people had a bad experience. Once, twice, and then the boat sits and deteriorates, and next time you take it, something will happen. So the more boat sits in the marina, the less chances you have for the trip without any problems. I think boats should work. They should bring pleasure, and I think the boats should be rigs which are designed to work at sea condition, regardless the weather, time of the year. Also, we are promoting, because the season, for example, in Mediterranean, everybody feel like the season is July, August. And a little bit of June, a little bit of September, and everything else is off season. I think it's so wrong. At least in the Eastern Mediterranean, July and August, it's most miserable weather. It's over 35 degrees. It's humid. Your outside activities is very, very limited. And why is it prime season? To me, prime season is December, October, November. January, February, you can find probably 15 days out of the month which are perfect. But we want to stretch the season. We want to change people's perception of winter in Mediterranean, because Mediterranean is fabulous in winter, my favorite.
I think it helps a lot because you're documenting your trips, Now we do some more video material, how to use the boat, in fact, middle of December. And this helps people to understand and realize how you can use a boat like Bering.
Yeah, and I think we will do something this winter as well. We will film, we will travel, and we want to prove that with Bering, your season is year-round in Mediterranean, with no compromises.
Alexei, thank you very much for this lovely interview. If there are some questions, of course, they can put it in the comments. We will be participating most of the boat shows now coming up. And
Yeah, Cannes, the first coming up, then second is Fort Lauderdale, and then we will see.
thanks for the time, Alexei.
Thank you, Bogdan.